What's up guys, Mr.Wednesday here, back at it with the first video of 2022. First of all, I just want to wish you all a happy New Year. Hope you got to spend the New Year's Eve how you wanted. I know there's a lot of COVID restrictions in different countries, so I truly hope you got to spend it with your loved ones. But hey, it's 2022, and let's hope this year is gonna be better for all of us. First of all, we need to get back to raiding because, I mean, we all know how raid is unforgiving if you do not play the game daily. Jokes aside, ORCS today, let's first clear up what the boss is gonna be doing to us. So, attacks all enemies, 25% chance of placing fear debuff. This chance increases by 15% for each buff placed on this champion. So, these two champions are actually going to be placing buffs on him, and he's also going to be stealing buffs. So, you need to be mindful of that, because this 15% chance can get really high, really fast. So, first of all, you can resist the fear debuff, so approximately 250 resistance is what you're going to be needing if you want to do that. Now, that's obviously not going to be detrimental to your success. You by no means have to do it. I have cleared this faction dozens of times throughout my takeovers without any resistance, and we're gonna explain how to do that when we get to the champions. Now, the skill number 2 is actually going to be attacking everybody again. He's going to be stealing all the buffs you have on your champions, placing it on him, and then actually he's going to be placing all the debuffs you placed on him onto all of your champions. So please try and min-max this in a way, because this is the skill he's going to be using mainly whenever it's not on cooldown. So please be cautious and try to not have any buffs on you whenever this skill is about to come off cooldown, and then also try to not place debuffs at that time as well. Now, whenever he gets to about 20% HP, he's going to be exchanging the remaining HP with one of your champions. So you'll either need to nuke him really fast to not even have this happen. So if you have a seer, I mean, it's basically like a cheat code to this faction. If you do not, you need to be cautious of this, because you will need healing or reviving to actually get your champions back up. Now, let's see who's good and who's trash. Grow hack, definitely a no for me. Same goes for Tila. Now, Robar is actually pretty nice here, in a stun set. He can actually proc his stuns really a lot. Also, AoE decrease defense, honestly not as bad as he used to be. Does have 2 AoE abilities as well, so a very nice candidate for a stun set. Also basically gets an extra turn whenever a stun is placed, so also a good candidate for a relentless set, depending on which one is better for your account. Now, honestly, if you have Gumlock, you probably cleared this faction already, so I'm not even gonna plug him in as an option. King Gerag is still kinda underwhelming, again, just not somebody I'm gonna recommend. Same goes for Nogdar. Now, Krilla is gonna be amazing here, especially if you have a Seer, because she's gonna be placing 2 buffs. Also, a stun plus an ally attack, really nice. Also, a really small shield, nothing spectacular on A1. Iron Brego is definitely gonna be someone you do wanna bring in. He is freaking awesome. First of all, an awesome passive, great. Aura for, well, Doom Towers, so not really useful for Faction Wars aura, but honestly, otherwise, pretty nice. Also has this AoE provoke, so a good crowd control type of champion, and placing attack, decrease attack, which is gonna be amazing. You do need to have the increased defense on him first. Now, that's not a problem because he does place it here, so just use A2 and then use A3. Also, 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn on enemy you attack. Now, while I don't know, he can be useful, don't get me wrong. So yeah, viable option, honestly. Not a bad champion at all. Increases the champion's attack by 10% each time they use an active skill, stacks up to 100, so a viable damage basically. Warlord is gonna be crazy good. We all know how great he is. I'm not even gonna go over him. If you have Warlord and you're not using him Faction Wars, that's definitely gonna be a mistake. Then we have Angar. Honestly, definitely would not advise booking or building this champion, especially not for faction wars. Like if you got him and you want to like play around with him, sure, go ahead. But I mean, he's just underwhelming, especially for since he's a void legendary. Then in the epics, we actually have some great champions over here. So the only ones I would 100% not use is gonna be Terror Beast and then Torture Helm, at least for like faction wars. Everybody else actually has a place, possibly, depending on obviously how stacked your roster is. Ultimate Gaelic can do some damage to this HP burn. Also has AoE HP burn over here. Fully heals the champion instantly, removes any stun debuffs whenever an enemy places a stun on him. So, I mean, like, kind of nice. And then 50% chance of placing HP burn whenever he's under an increase attack. Now, good part is he's gonna be placing increase attack on himself. And if you like pair him with like Rila, that's gonna work perfectly as well. Duck is gonna be amazing. Nice provoke over here, but that's not why we're bringing him in. Great aura. Decrease attack, decrease defense whenever he crits, amazing. And then also single target decrease accuracy, which is really nice for the boss as well. Now Jorg is gonna be amazing because of this revive over here, 5 turn cooldown, revives 2 people, fills their turn meter by 40%, places perfect veil, amazing. Increase attack over here, again, pairs up really nicely with like Seer, Ultimate Gaelic. And then also a single target HP burn, so great way to deal damage to the boss. Now Zergala is gonna be really a glass cannon type of champion, not really good HP, very low defense. So honestly, like if you wanna use her for this decreased defense over here, I highly advise going with the regeneration set on her. That's at least like what I did. If you have a reviver, you can build her more glass cannony, but honestly, I would really not like bet my money on that. Then we have Bloodfeather, who's actually gonna be nice. She is like only single target, but like single target decreased defense, 20% chance of increasing a critical hit, so you only need 80% critical on her. And then also places decreased speed, decreases the turn meter, again 20% extra chance of can I speak please? Has an extra 20% chance of inflicting a critical hit. So amazing for the boss overall. Hits kinda nicely. Again, very how should I put it? Like glass cannon, honestly, like attack is amazing, but HP is even lower than Zergala's, and then defense is really low. So again, you just need a way to keep them healed up. Now Shaman is actually gonna be kinda nice for this revive, but honestly, like that's just in a case where you literally have nobody else who's better than her, which is honestly like hard to imagine, but hey, it could be possible. You may have been unlucky with your orc bulls. So yeah, Shaman is gonna be like a shout out for me. Now actually, and when I say this, people usually call me crazy, but if I had to choose like one champion from all of these champions in orcs who I 100% want on my team, it's gonna be Rask. Doesn't need books, doesn't need masteries. 6-star is very well, subject to change. Like if you can like build him really fast as a 5-star level 50, sure, why not? But I mean, there's no harm and no foul in 6-starring him, fully ascending him. Just give him everything HP. So you do 100% crit rate, because he's only gonna be healing whenever he crits, as you can see over here. So heals everybody by 10% of his max HP when he inflicts a critical hit on basically any of his skills. So relentless set is my advice. But hey, if you cannot get him into a relentless set, just give him a lot of HP. So basically, HP on the ring, HP on the amulet, HP on the banner, which is much HP percent substats as you can possibly find, as high speed as humanly possible, speed boots, HP percent on the chest piece. Now if you can find 100% crit rate elsewhere, then HP percent on gloves as well. If you perhaps cannot, that's fine, just give him critical rate gloves, so that you actually get to 100% crit rate. And then obviously again, HP percent as main substats you want for him, as alongside speed. He's gonna be healing you really nicely, really high base HP, so a very easy way to get your heals. Now Sandlashed is going to be very, very viable again, defense based, really nice abilities overall. You can use her as a support slash damage dealer, so a very, very viable option. Now Siri is going to be amazing if you have like a buffs possibility. She's actually going to nuke down the waves really easily, and then she's actually going to help you deal like tons of damage to the boss as well. 2Hack and Tolf are going to be like my shoutouts. Again, nice champions, nothing like truly insane, but nice champions and very, very viable for this faction. Now when we get into rares, sadly this faction does not really have a crazy amount of great rares. I'm obviously going to shout out Gaelic, who can be used, and I actually did use him. Again, I just did like millions of faction war takeovers, so by this point in time I kinda used anybody who's kinda useful in any way. So Gaelic and veteran, not sure how you pronounce it in English, sorry. So yeah, those two are gonna be like my big shout outs here. Great rares to use if you do not have any other options, and then sadly just very lackluster when it comes to uncommons and commons. Again, like in every other episode, if you have any questions, like what champions can you use, if you're like not sure which 5 would be the best possible options, comments down below, or well, hey, the description, find my Discord link, hop on over there and ask me in our Faction War channel. That's gonna be all. Again, Happy New Year's Eve to each and every one of you, and hey, let's all bring our glasses up to a better 2022. Much love. Mr. Wednesday, signing out.